Hello and welcome to Anatomy of Marriage, Marriage Mornings. I'm your host, Melanie Studley.
And my name is Seth. Good morning.
And we are on day 20 of our Infinity Day Marriage Challenge. And
Backwards that?
I don't know. But today's topic is identify expectations, and the topic was created from a listener question that we received. Please stop making that sound. You're making a weird noise via nose tube. Anyway, we are Seth and Melanie Studley. Seth is a licensed marriage and family therapist. He's also my husband. I made the Anatomy of Marriage podcast. Go listen to the episodes if you're new. This is our daily format, but we have 100 plus episodes of long form shows. So welcome. And you made it again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's right.
Also, before I do that, we also have a YouTube channel. So you can watch these. I don't know if we ever made that clear. You can watch us talking if that's helpful. I'm visual, so that helps me a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, so on our marriage morning challenges, Infinity style, we do three things.
Infinity style. We do three things. We do a prayer together. We do a past gratitude, what we were thankful for that our spouse did yesterday. And then also a future gratitude, what we are thankful for today. And Melanie is not thankful for the thing that I just ate.
Sinus noise you're making.
Me make weird mouth noises.
Okay, let's start with prayer. Go ahead.
Okay. Dear God.
You got this? You got it.
Okay. Dear God, thank you for your blessings. Thank you for this podcast and what we get to do. Thank you that it helps us, and thank you that it helps other people. I pray that you bless this time. Please be with our kids, keep them safe today, and I pray that you bless the listeners as well. Amen.
Trying really hard not to crack up.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
So our past gratitude is the thing we're thankful for yesterday. I'm going to go first because I'm thankful for sledding.
Yeah.
We walked down the road to the massive church that is down there. It used to be a Scottish golf course. Mm-hmm. And so it is loaded with hills, and I took the kids sledding, and Seth was awesome and met us there. So we got to sled down these massive, I almost said masso, like it would be funny, but it sounds
masso
weird. Hills, and I'm just really thankful that you joined us.
You took mine.
Okay, well, hurry up.
All right, I was thankful for that too. It was a lot of fun, and it was great. So,
yes. All right. On to future hopes. I am hoping that we can maybe even sled again today. If not, no big deal. Mm-hmm. But I really would like to, chill one evening and have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for 100 years. 5 years.
That is true. I hope. Okay, we can hope or we can make it happen.
Okay, let's not make it off topic. Yeah.
And massage rollers and wine. Yes.
Great.
Go.
So today's topic, like we said, was identify expectations, and we got a listener question from Tessa, and we shortened it up to try to make it just about one part. It's a great question, but it says, did my 16-year marriage that ended in divorce reshape my family of origin and expectations for a potential new relationship? Yes.
Yes. And if you think about it, we have our very first family of origin with our mom and dad. And then when we leave our mom and dad and go and get married, we create a new family of origin. So that can be like the second family of origin. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about...
But that's just long term. It doesn't even need to be married. You were in a relationship that was 5 years long.
Right.
That relationship is essentially a university of what your dating relationships should look like. Air quotes. Quit making that noise.
I'm so sorry.
It's so terrible.
Well, and there's patterns that are created that we become assimilated to and accustomed to. And in those patterns also, there's neural pathways that get formed, how you interact with your partner of 5 years or your marriage of 16 years. Did you guys have kids? What were the occupations? What were your jobs? Were there any major events that went on? All those things are going to shape your brain. So definitely that is absolutely something.
And these can be for the good or for the bad. You could have, if your past partner brought you flowers every day. That could be an expectation going into a different relationship. They will always bring me flowers or whatever it is. Or it can be for the opposite. If your past partner screamed in your face every time you got into a conflict, you will expect that to be the norm in this new relationship.
That's a really good point. There, you will be accustomed and used to things, and there might even be a trauma or a non-trauma response to that will affect how your partner and you interact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have a reaction. You'll have a knee-jerk reaction,
That's
essentially.
Right.
And so but here's what we can do about it, because expectations are really tricky. Actually, before we go on to what we can do, I wanted to say one thing. I was talking to my mom on the phone today.
Yeah.
And we were talking about family of origin stuff. And I realized that my own expectations of what I wanted a husband to be were not formed by what my father is like. Because I spent probably more waking hours with my friend Alyssa's dad. And crazy. So, and you are just like him. Like, he used to dance around when we were kids. He cooked almost all the dinners. He would cook breakfast. And I would sit in the kitchen with him. I would be like the first kid up, and I'd be talking to him. He was literally just like you.
Really?
Yes. And so it's super weird because I realized just today, like, and it really is, like, that is not my family of origin, although it shaped all of my expectations of what I actually was like, oh, well, this is what a married couple looks like or whatever. And not because I thought my dad or mom was bad or anything of that. It was just what I modeled. I saw that and I went, oh, that, right?
I like the idea and the subconscious implications that has for you, and kind of like what you put into your brain that's subconsciously what you may have been looking for in a partner, and that's how you ended up with me. That's interesting.
It is. But so anyway, back to what we can do about this, because the reason the title is Identify Expectations is because we are not a victim to our family of origin or our expectations that come from our family of origin. We have power to identify some expectations that may be harmful or that are good, and to either focus and expand them or like starve them and ignore them in a healthy way, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of them.
Yeah, to rewrite them.
Yes. And so the thing that came to mind was, how do we first identify what our expectations of our partner are? So the thing that came to me was, imagine that you're in any scenario, like you're traveling with your partner and something bad happens, or you have a sick kid, but this is all just pretend in your mind. And imagine what you think your partner will do based on what you know of them. Your expectation is, oh, if we're stuck in traffic, they're going to start yelling at everyone, because some people do that, right? So this is a way to imaginarily envision the things you expect your partner will do based on what you know of them. Or does that make sense?
Yes. It's like you're visualizing, and then you can, if you visualize it, so you have like a grasp on it, and then you can weigh that against reality. Like, oh, I hope we don't go here, and Melanie just freaks out and shuts down. But well, wait a minute. Where does that thought come from? Maybe it's happened in the past, but it hasn't happened in the last 5 times. So let me analyze that thought that I have, because your expectations will really drive your actions.
Yes.
If I'm going to expect you to just trip out and shut down, then I can maybe be getting kind of subconsciously annoyed at that. And then I can even do things to make that manifest.
Yes.
Right? I was writing in my journal this morning about this exact idea. I was like, writing the idea of Melanie is for me. Melanie loves me. I am cool with Melanie, kind of thing.
Sure.
So I'm going to treat you that way.
That's good.
That's what I expect.
Good. So the other thing on the second part of that is envision what you want. Not what you think is going to happen, not what has happened in the past. Envision the thing that you actually want to have happen, and then you set about the tasks of making that the expected pattern, the new thing.
Yes.
Right. But again, be reasonable. Don't expect your partner to, like, I want them to massage my feet every night while I ignore them. That's not going to work.
Right.
That's not an expectation.
You have to visualize what you're going to do too. I'm going to do this for her or for him, and in return, hopefully it'll go this way or whatever. So you are mapping out the day in your mind, which is really cool, and it's powerful.
And your relationship. So yes,
that's right.
Your past relationship does inform your new expectations, and kind of is a family of origin thing. But thank you for the question. Send in your questions. Follow us. Use #MarriageMornings, and you're gonna do amazing.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Have a good day.